Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is slamming the Biden administration's stand on Cuban immigrants. Listen to this.
They have 100 times stronger case for political persecution, leaving a communist dictatorship, than the other migrants who are coming across the border, who are basically coming across the border because they want more economic opportunities. It is a total double standard.
Well, there you are, a total double standard. And there's our good friend KT McFarland. KT, good morning to you. Do you agree with Governor DeSantis there?
Completely. You know, the United States has always stood for political refugees. If political refugees wanted to come to America, we put them in the front of the line. We encourage them. But the Biden administration sort of got it upside down. So who are we letting in without any requirements at all? It's really the immigrants who are coming across the Mexican border, the economic immigrants. And yet the Biden administration just last week said, well, if any of you Cuban immigrants want to come in boats, we're just going to turn you around. We're not going to let you come to America. So it's got the whole thing upside down. And as DeSantis has said, Governor DeSantis has said, it smacks of political intrigue, because the Biden administration is afraid of letting Cuban Americans into the United States because they'll probably be Republicans, and they think they can co-opt the immigrants on the southern border to becoming Democrats. But I think, to me, Ashley, there's a much bigger picture here. Is that why the United States of America, the leading democracy in the world, why are we not supporting the Cuban pro-democracy, anti-communist demonstrators? We're not even giving lip service to them. And it would be so easy for us to help them. It would be so easy for us to turn the internet back on. Phil Keating just told you that that's what the Cuban government did. It shut down communications. We could turn it on by noon today if we chose to.
Well, that's interesting, because I was going to ask you, we've had some lawmakers say, look, all options should be on the table when it comes to helping these freedom seekers in Cuba. You know, getting the internet turned on, I'm assuming, is one of those options. But what else should the Biden administration be considering?
Well, how about let's just start with communications. I mean, I was in the Reagan administration when we won the Cold War, when we supported the anti-communist dictatorship movements in Poland and Hungary and Czechoslovakia and East Germany, and finally in the Soviet Union. We didn't send in the tanks. We did it by encouraging them, giving them psychological support that they were on the right course, and also by helping their communication system. And for example, when I was at the Pentagon in the Reagan administration, we realized that the underground anti-communist movement, they didn't have Xerox machines. They didn't know how to sort of reproduce the leaflets telling the people where to go to have a demonstration. We helped them get Xerox machines. Today is the same. The kind of the same idea, but in tech terms. What we need to do is help them talk to each other inside Cuba. They'll take that revolution on themselves. This is a revolutionary moment in Cuba, when you've got tens of thousands of people who are going out in the streets, spontaneously going out in the streets, risking life and limb to protest communist dictatorships. Why we're not on their side, I don't quite understand.
Well, some Democrats, KT, say that's not the case. They're actually protesting a lack of food, a lack of medicine, for which the U.S. is partly to blame because of all the sanctions we place on Cuba.
Well, that's actually baloney. Because of the sanctions we placed on Cuba, we always let pharmaceuticals and medical get through. So what they're just making that stuff up. The Cuban people themselves, I mean, yes, their government has mishandled the COVID crisis. Yes, their government has mishandled a lot of things having to do with the pandemic and lockdown. But their government has mishandled their economy for decades. And what they're really saying is, if we don't like our government, we want to be able to replace them with a government that we choose. But somehow the socialist Democrats in the U.S. Congress and in the Biden White House, they're somehow in favor of the communist Cuban government and not in favor of the people who are protesting for democracy. I never thought I would live to see the day when the United States government would stand idly by, not even give encouragement to a pro-democracy movement, and let the communist government continue to suppress its people, Ashley.
I know. I'm with you. I still remember that image of President Obama sitting in Havana taking in a baseball game. But don't get me started on that. KT, we're out of time, but terrific stuff as always. Thank you so much.